Hi, my name is Braden, and I will be talking about collisions today. There are two different types of collisions. There's elastic collisions and inelastic collisions. The first collision is an elastic collision. In this case, two objects will bounce into each other, which is shown here, and when they collide, they will bounce off, and momentum and kinetic energy will both be conserved. There are two different types of inelastic collisions. The first type of inelastic collision is completely inelastic. In this case, two objects will collide into each other and they will stick together, which means momentum will be conserved but kinetic energy will not be. And a perfect example of this is when two cars collide and they kind of merge into each other. The other type of inelastic collision is partially inelastic. In this case, two objects will collide into each other, and after they collide into each other, they'll bounce off, but the kinetic energy will still not be conserved. It'll actually be smaller than it was before. But however, the momentum will be conserved. Based on this knowledge of elastic and inelastic collisions, we can formulate some equations. In an elastic collision, we know that momentum is conserved, so we can formulate this first equation here, which if you break it down, momentum is equal mass times velocity, so you can break it down further into this equation. And we also know that kinetic energy is conserved in an elastic collision, which is shown right here. But we know the formula for kinetic energy, which would be 1/2 mass times velocity squared, so we could break it down into even further. In an inelastic collision, momentum is also conserved, which is shown here. But in an inelastic collision, the objects will stick together. So we can actually, the final momentum will be of A plus B, the object A plus B, which will break down further into mass times velocity of each of them.